Hi, and welcome back to the Blissful Biz podcast. I'm Susanne Reicher, and I'm so glad you're here. In today's episode, I want to walk you through the system I built that sells my online courses every single day without having to be in launch mode all the time. And I'm doing this now because next week I'm hosting a free live masterclass where I'm going to break it all down even further. It's called How I Build a Sales Engine That Sells My Online Courses Every Day. And it's happening on Wednesday, April 24th. If you've been looking for a way to create more consistency and freedom in your business, this is the training you don't want to miss. Definitely not. You can already save your seat at my website, susannereicher.com/masterclass, and I also add the link to the show notes. I'm Susanne Reicher, digital marketing expert with over 20 years of experience, turned yoga teacher, turned six-figure online business owner. 10 years ago, I flew to Bali for a yoga teacher training, fell in love with the island, and decided to build an online business so I could live there. Can't be that hard, right? That decision launched me into an adventure bigger than I'd ever imagined. Over the last 8 years, I've guided over 1,000 yoga teachers and heart-led coaches how to launch and sell their digital offers, build their brand and websites, and build a profitable online business. In this podcast, I share real proven strategies and the exact steps that work. Whether you're just starting out or ready to scale, we'll dive into everything from creating offers your students can't resist to making digital marketing work for you. If you're ready to build a business that brings both freedom and success, you are in the right place. All right, let's dive in. Let's rewind a bit first, though. So, I used to run my business with live launches. I would plan everything out. I have my Asana template that I simply duplicate. I prep all the content, I open the card, and show up big for a way or two. And yes, it worked. I made sales, but it was also exhausting. Each launch felt like this huge push, and when it's over, I was wiped out. I'd take a break and then start all over again. And eventually, I realized I don't want to build a business that only brings in income during short bursts. I want something steady again, something I can rely on. And that's when I started rethinking everything I knew about evergreen systems. I dove in so deep into offer creation, into what's selling now. I looked at what the successful people in my business are doing, what I could learn from them. I listened to so many podcasts. I read books on offer creation, on marketing. And yes, I dove in really, really deep, rethinking everything, restructuring everything in my business, feeling like I'm on this brink. There are big things happening. There are big things meant for me. And it really intuitively felt so right. And like, this is something I have to do. So I made a clear decision. I was going to go all in on creating a real sales system, a structure that could grow with me and support the kind of business I wanted. And what I built ended up becoming the foundation of what I now call my Blissful Biz sales engine. It has three core elements. The first is an aligned offer suite, and this is absolutely key. If you're building an online business, I recommend that you create one clear signature program that sits at the center of everything. Ideally, this is a premium program, something you can sell at a higher price point, at least $1,000 or more, because this way you're going to be able to create a sustainable income a lot faster than when you sell only low or medium priced offers. So that might sound like a lot at first, $1,000 or more. But when your offer delivers real value and solves a meaningful problem, that price reflects the transformation you are helping people achieve. If you're a yoga teacher, for example, this could be a 12-week program helping women in perimenopause build a sustainable home practice that supports their nervous system and hormone health. It's not a random collection of yoga videos. It's a clear journey with a beginning and an end and a strong promise. And then the beautiful thing is everything else you create, your freebies or social media content, smaller offers, everything naturally points people to that signature experience. Having that in place is going to make everything so much easier. The second element is your low ticket sales funnel. This is where you introduce people to your world with a small, accessible product. In my business, I run Facebook and Instagram ads to a low ticket offer, low ticket mojo that I sell for $37. It's a quick win, but also carefully designed to introduce the way I teach. In March, for example, I made just under $4,000 from my low ticket funnel. So that's the product and order bumps and upsells. And I spent nearly the same amount on ads. I was still optimizing them. So yeah, it sounds great. I made $4,000 with my low ticket offer, but I spent nearly the same. And that's totally fine. I'm 100% okay with that because what really matters is that I made almost $6,000 from people who joined Blissful Biz Academy and other courses I sell after first buying the low ticket offer. That's where the true value is. This funnel is how I grow my audience and introduce people to my world. It's how I create momentum. It's not about volume. It's about attracting the right people who are really interested in my offers and who are buyers. And it's about creating a path that leads somewhere purposeful. Now, alternatively, or even in addition to a low ticket funnel, you could build your system around a free training. This is something I've done many times, and it works incredibly well when it's structured intentionally. Instead of a typical freebie like a checklist or a downloadable PDF, something that, yeah, let's be honest, most of us think is a little bit boring, you offer a mini workshop or a training session or a master class where you teach something valuable, show your unique method, and position your signature offer as the natural next step. This works so well because it's doing everything at once. You're sharing value, you're showing people your style, and you're building trust. And most importantly, you're making a clear invitation to take the next step with you. A good training doesn't just attract people, it moves them to the next step. For example, if you're a yoga teacher with a signature program focused on helping people build a sustainable home practice, your free training could be something like the 3 shifts you need to finally start and stick to your yoga routine at home. It's a powerful topic that speaks to a clear desire and problem, and it leads naturally into your premium offer. So whether you choose a low ticket offer or a high converting free training or even both, the goal is the same: to bring people into your world in a way that builds connection, delivers value, and guides them forward. The third part of the system is what I call the authority channel. And this part is more important than ever. Let's face it, you know this is true. We are in a trust recession, my friend. People are skeptical, more so than ever. We've all bought courses that didn't deliver. We've been promised results that didn't happen. And then with so much AI content online right now, people are craving realness more than ever. So your job is to consistently show up as you. For me, that means this podcast. It means face-to-camera videos on social media. It means emails that actually say something. It means storytelling. It means offering value before people pay me. And all of that builds the trust required for someone to invest, especially in a higher ticket offer. So if you're not seeing the conversions you want, this is one place to look. How are you showing up? How are you helping people feel confident that you are real, that your processes work, and that you're here to actually support them? When you combine these three pieces, your signature offer, your low ticket funnel, and your trust building authority content, you create a system that doesn't rely on big launches. You create something sustainable. And what that actually looks like for many of my students, many yoga teachers, is this. Instead of scrambling to fill a retreat or promote a random class, they're building out a long-term offer that brings in consistent income. They're showing up with confidence because they know where their content is leading. They're seeing sign-ups come in even while they're teaching, traveling, or taking time off. It's not just about the funnel. It's not about tech or all those strategies. It's about what it allows you to do. And for me, what's been truly amazing is watching the impact of this. People from all over the world are finding their way into my programs. The energy inside my Blissful Biz community on school, this is where I host all of my courses, it's incredible, right? So it's growing into something truly amazing. We're having deeper conversations, connecting with people who are ready to do the work, and seeing how this kind of system creates momentum that actually lasts. It's just so much fun. But yeah, next let's talk about what it actually took or takes to get there. Because, yeah, I didn't wake up one day and had it all figured out. I had to learn how to get comfortable with paid ads, dive in deeper in how to set them up, and learn how to optimize my ads and funnel. I had to create my low ticket offer, and I'm really over delivering there. So I wanted to make this a really amazing offer that people get for just $37. And the next step is to completely restructure and re-record the trainings for the Blissful Biz Academy. So I'm creating a completely new curriculum. It's still based on my core promise on how to create your signature offer, but I'm adding everything that I've learned, what I'm doing, how I'm selling my offers, AI prompts, brand new templates. And I felt this is really necessary because I didn't feel what I taught in those trainings that are not really old, but I probably recorded most of them like now a few years ago. Doesn't really apply to how I run my business anymore. So I felt this really, really deep, my intuition like forcing me, telling me, nudging me to update this, to make this the most amazing offer. So I created the Blissful Biz offer framework, and I've used this framework to completely update my offer. And you can get access to it next week. I'm opening the doors. We're going to have a live round in May and June. It's going to be amazing. So it's not like all super simple, just like a few tweaks here and there. In my case, it leads to really a lot more work that's coming, but that feels so right for me. It doesn't mean that the same applies for you, But yeah, maybe if you already have an online course, it might be the perfect moment to rethink it and rework it and update it and make it truly an irresistible offer. So this is where I recommend you start with your signature program that offers a real transformation with your irresistible offer. Then you pre-sell it with a live content event, like a masterclass that you host on Zoom, like I'm doing next week. You get your first handful of clients. It doesn't matter if it's just a small group or you don't have a big audience yet. You need to start somewhere. And I promise this first launch, it's not going to be your biggest launch ever, and that's okay. I want you to create this offer, this product that you're selling. Then you take that live masterclass and you turn it into an evergreen lead magnet. You set up your evergreen sales funnel behind it. Now, whenever you create content, you guide your audience to your free training. And once they watch it, they get invited into your program that you now sell on Evergreen. So it's available all the time, not just when you're launching it once or twice per year. And I want to say this clearly. You don't need to have all of this in place tomorrow. You start messy. You learn as you go. You tweak, you pivot, you probably cry a little in the middle, and then you keep going. This is what a real sales engine looks like. Clear structure, purposeful content, and a path that works even when you're still figuring things out behind the scenes. And the best part, it brings consistency without requiring you to be on all the time. You're still showing up, you're still serving, but the pressure to be everywhere every day starts to ease. It becomes simpler because now you have a system in place that's doing some of the heavy lifting for you. That's the kind of business I want, and I want for you. One that feels spacious and steady and peaceful, one that grows with you, not at the expense of your energy or your life. If this is resonating with you, if you're realizing you are ready for more stability, more peace, more clarity and flow in your business, then I'd love for you to join me live next week for a special masterclass. It's called How I Build a Sales Engine That Sells My Online Courses Every Day, and it's happening on Wednesday, April 24th. It's completely free, and I'm going to walk you through the exact structure of my funnel step by step, what tools I use, how I set up the low ticket offer, how it connects to my signature course, and how you can start building your own version of this, even if you're just starting out. Whether you're tired of launching, feeling like your content is going nowhere, or just craving more calm and clarity in your business, this training is going to give you a clear roadmap and real momentum to move forward. So go to susannereiker.com/masterclass to save your seat. That's SUSANNERIKER.com/masterclass. I also add the link to the show notes. I would absolutely love to see you there. It's going to be so amazing. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I know I packed a lot into this episode, but I really wanted to give you the full picture, not just the highlight reel. You can build a business that feels good, that makes money consistently, and that supports your lifestyle instead of draining it. I'll be back next week with more, but in the meantime, go sign up for the masterclass and I'll see you live on the 24th. Take care and talk soon. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Blissful Biz podcast. If you found this helpful, I'd love it if you hit subscribe and left a review on Apple Podcasts. It helps other yoga teachers and coaches find these strategies too, and it would mean the world to me. It really makes a difference. And if you're ready to take the next step, head over to my website, susannereiker.com, where you'll find my free resources, latest blog posts, and all the ways we can work together to grow your online business. Until next week, keep building your blissful biz.